Nah, I'm not having it. Because like yourself, I was very much for the fact that okay, cool, the story. Because remember, at some point we thought that okay, even if Cody loses at WrestleMania, maybe at a SummerSlam or another pay per view, Cody might get the win back. Granted, it didn't happen. The story progressed, however it progressed, and we've now come back to this point where Cody's won the Royal Rumble. It had to have been at Royal Rumble. It had to have been at WrestleMania. So now we're being told that yeah, I'm going to finish my story, but it's not going to be at WrestleMania, and you're just giving up your spot to The Rock. That makes no sense to me. It genuinely spins me. So I don't think we've ever seen this before, where someone has won the Royal Rumble and they've gone to either cash in on the opportunity earlier or later.
So at this time, I've got my Wresthings brother with me. People in the place. Delboy has arrived. What are you saying, Del?
I'm good, my bro. I'm good, man. How you doing? Thank you for finding. I'm happy to be here, man. I can't lie.
Yeah, man. I thought it's good to catch up sometimes away from obviously the main group. We're obviously always talking wrestling and stuff with what we're doing over at Wresthings, but it's sometimes to catch up away from the main group and just chop up some of these stories. And as of the day we're recording, you know, the talk of the town is all the Cody Rhodes, Rock, Roman stuff. Let me tell you where I'm at with this before we kind of get started, because honestly, my head is gone. My head is completely scrambled with everything that's happened here. Yeah. So when the segment happened, obviously Cody said to Roman that I'm choosing you, but it won't be at WrestleMania. I've taken counsel from others, and one of the people I've taken counsel from knows you very well. Out comes The Rock. I'm like, okay. The whole time I'm thinking, right, he's clearly gonna do this before WrestleMania then, which yeah, The Rock has twanged you if that's who you got the counsel from, but ultimately, like, I get it. You know, you've pointed at him at Royal Rumble. You're determined to beat him. You don't want to waste any time. You want to do it at the earliest opportunity. Elimination Chamber, cool, calm, done, fair enough. And then we can get, you know, Rock versus Roman without the title at WrestleMania. This is what I'm thinking. And then I remembered, and I saw people talk about it, and then I remembered, hold on, Roman's not even going to be at Elimination Chamber. So, sorry again, what's just happened? And then I'm just looking now at this point that it's going to be Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania for the title. Cody Rhodes nowhere in sight. He's literally handed over his opportunity, and I'm up till now I'm spun. Like,
he jammed, man. He absolutely jammed.
Yeah, bro. What's your thoughts on this?
Do you know what Cody's problem is? And this has been a thing like since AEW. He thinks too much about his counsel. In AEW, you had the likes of the Arn Andersons, the DDPs that he would go to seek advice. You've now come to the WWE and you've got people to seek, of all people to go seek advice from. The Rock, the person that claimed that he wants to be the head of the table. This is the same person you're gonna go. Like, I'm spun. I can't lie to you. As people that are actually going to WrestleMania, and fair enough, people might say, you know what, the story was never him going to WrestleMania. It was always finishing, getting the title belt, and of course, at some point, he made reference to, you know, this is personal now. So the story, it will always be with Roman. But I can't lie to you. This is like, for this story to not end at WrestleMania, I'm not gonna lie to you, it doesn't make any sense to me. The grandest stage of them all, you lost your first match with Roman at WrestleMania. For this to now come 360, what was the point of you? At least, what was the point of you winning the Royal Rumble then? Granted, Punk is injured, but fam, I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know what Triple H is cooking at this point. I don't know what Cody's cooking. I can't smell what The Rock is cooking. Because at this point, it's a lot, man. It's a lot to take in at this point.
Bro, like, I was a big advocate for, yes, the story is about him winning specifically the WWE title. It doesn't have to happen at WrestleMania. However, the minute he won the Rumble on Saturday, this became about winning this title at WrestleMania. Like, the Royal Rumble is ultimately for the main event of WrestleMania. So they've now made it about that. And now he's ultimately nowhere to be seen within this picture, within the card he said, within the belt, that he said he's after. So, I mean, I guess now all the rumors is that he's going to go and face Seth for the title that I guess he didn't really want. Roman,
the same Seth that Roman was calling his little bro. See, no pop. Fuck off. I'm so sorry. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Because like yourself, I was very much for the fact that, okay, cool, the story. Because remember, at some point, we thought that, okay, even if Cody loses at WrestleMania, maybe at a SummerSlam or another pay-per-view, Cody might get the win back. Granted, it didn't happen. The story progressed however it progressed. And we've now come back to this point where Cody's won the Royal Rumble. It had to have been at Royal Rumble. It had to have been at WrestleMania. So now we're being told that, yeah, I'm going to finish my story, but it's not going to be at WrestleMania. And you're just giving up your spot to The Rock. That makes no sense to me. It genuinely spins me. So I don't think we've ever seen this before where someone has won the Royal Rumble and they've gone to either cash in on the opportunity earlier or later.
Yeah, it's silly. Like, it's very silly. He looks silly. And it's just now you're going after the title that you said that, you had no interest in. Now, a lot of people are saying the reason is because, the Rock had been apparently pitching for this. WWE been very firm in that, no, we're going with Cody and Roman, and then we'll go on the other side with Seth and CM Punk. We're going to get to CM Punk today as well. See, that's not happening now because CM Punk is injured.
Yeah.
There's been a whole load of bad press over the past week to do with Mr. McMahon. And now, apparently, The Rock has swooped in with his idea again, saying that, look, now this is the time to do this because a couple plans are falling apart and it will raise the morale if I come in, basically, and we do this now.
Morale for who?
This is the thing. Like, I don't think it's a thing where it wouldn't raise morale. I think people do want to see this match. I personally do want to see this match. Do I want to see it at the expense of Cody Rhodes becoming WWE champion at WrestleMania? No.
Hell no.
That's the issue now. So, and I don't know if you've seen, again, as of time of recording, I think we're probably up to about 300,000 now. 300,000 dislikes on the Roman Rock video on YouTube. That is the highest amount of dislikes apparently on any WWE video on YouTube. What does that tell them?
Then they just need to see. The writing is on the wall. Like you said, I'm sure people will at some point will be excited for a Rock Roman match. This has been something that we've been looking forward to for the past 10 years at this point. But at the expense of Cody, and we all know the story. Like, bro, the key word for Cody's return has been story. I've not heard the word story as much as I've heard it in the last year or so. 2 years since Cody's been back. It makes all the sense in the world for Cody and Roman to be the main event. The Rock inserting himself, I get it. And one thing I will say about The Rock is a company guy. The Rock isn't someone... I wouldn't look at The Rock as some of like older guys where they just insert themselves into positions because, they just want to put themselves over. Rock is very giving. So in that same giving spirit, Rock, please give it a rest and let Cody do. Because, bro, come on, man. Bro, give it away, man. We don't need we want to see it at some point. We've all been clamoring that this story does not need a title for Rock and Roman. So the fact that now we're veering to that, it just goes against the fact it's like we're supporting Cody for the sake of, for what now?
Yeah. I really just feel like they are just doing him an injustice. And as I keep saying, right now we're in a very hot marketplace where guys are jumping back and forth, AEW, WWE, AEW, WWE. And this is right now. Now, I will say this before I finish. We could be jumping the gun. Yeah. We could be jumping the gun. Like, this could be literally a swerve, maybe somewhere down the line. We don't know. But right now, this is what we're talking about. And I feel like this is a horrible advert for people that could be possibly coming over in the future. Well, you treated him like a big star and he looked great and stuff, but you never really, backed him with the title after, when he was at the hottest at least. You took X amount of months, years to get there. I don't feel like WWE can afford to be doing that when literally free agents are becoming available, making big decisions. It's not good. And again, with this dislike thing on the YouTube, it depends how you see these kind of things as metrics or not. I feel like if we can get those people that disliked it into the stadiums, into the arenas for Raw and SmackDown booing, that's when action really has to be taken. Like,
100%.
don't make a Batista situation. Like, don't make a Roman 2015 situation where, you know, the crowd have to completely turn and it gets ugly to an extent. Like, yeah, there's with the Cody situation, I just feel there's so much at stake in regards to the company crowning this guy as the top guy. You know, those that will possibly follow him into the company as well from AEW. It's just too much for them to mess this up at this point.
Let's say worst case scenario that we still have to insert The Rock into the main event, but then it becomes a triple threat. Would you be happy with that?
No, but if Cody wins, I will take it. Like, it's not what I want. It's not how I wanted it to go down. Let me say that. But if Cody comes out as champion, let's take it. I guess it's the neutral ground somewhat.
And I think that's a trope that WWE kind of need to like let aside for a while. With the whole someone wins the Royal Rumble and then someone inserts themselves in making a triple threat. We don't need that. Like,
yeah,
but that's just worst case scenario. If we definitely need The Rock in the main event. But I'm just smart. I can't lie to you. But like you said, it could be swerving us. Yeah, it could be swerving us. But then at this, I don't know.
I would like a situation where CM Punk is still around and CM Punk gets at Cody. You know, you said you're more CM Punk than I am, and this isn't what I would do. And obviously, CM Punk has experience of The Rock stealing his shine, and it's like CM Punk now turns to this motivational figure for Cody to stop being this pushover kind of guy. And, you know, as they called it, the politicking title, he goes into business for himself to an extent to make sure he gets what's his. Because saying that you took counsel from someone and they've literally taken your spot sounds mad. It's crazy mad to me.
Bro, it's mad. Not even CM Punk, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, anybody that's been at Cody Rhodes' side the past year or two that he's had any involvement with, they need to stick it on him. Like, bro, this is very unlikely. You're telling me you left the company for God knows how many amount of years. You came back, you won the Royal Rumble, you lost to Roman. Of course, granted, it wasn't your fault. You've now gotten back to that position, only to now give that spot up to someone else. Someone needs to slap him. Jey Uso just needs to slap him and say, yeet. Like, this is not the Cody that I know. Do you know what I mean? Because if at some point that is the route that they're taking with, you know, having people, you know, let him know, like, listen, this is your spot. You can't give this up for anyone. Like, you worked too hard for this. And then I'll be like, you know what? We're telling a great story. Do you know what I mean? We're telling a great story here. But if that's not the case and we're definitely getting Roman Rock, then I don't know. Maybe it's the Young Bucks and Kenny that need to actually sit down with this guy and say, so you left all the booing for this instead.
Just
you're better off throwing your belt in the ring and they throw it back to you because it makes no sense to me. But we'll see, man. We'll definitely see.
Yeah, we got a kind of, you know, there's still weeks and weeks till WrestleMania, so hopefully this can play out in a way that really does make sense. What
did I say to you on the pod? We spoke about Roman's reign being stagnant, but I said it doesn't matter because when he turns up on Friday, shit pops.
Yeah.
We've seen it.
It's
at our detriment. We didn't want this, but shit happens. You know what I mean? So
literally, yeah. He's one of them guys, isn't he?